Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Scratching Post, where we scratch at that gaming itch. It is good to once again be back with you all. And as you can probably hear, we are, and see for that matter, we are back playing some Metal Gear Solid. Yes, our adventures continue in the world of Metal Gear Solid, as we're going to switch immediately back over to the scene and get a loading. And I don't know why it's saying there's nothing there, because there should be. There we go. Everything's all okay. Nothing's broken. Good, 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 good. That's how I like it. That's how everyone likes it. It lives. Good. That's all I'm going to say about that. Although I'm not getting any output from me being able to hear things. But that's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. When I can't hear things, basically it means that I couldn't hear the transition. But that's fine. I recently updated my wavelengths. I think that pretty much is the problem. I'll figure something. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out in my own time. I'll figure it out in my own time. In the meantime, let's kind of get back to Metal Gear Solid. Technology, indeed, yes. So, we were in the... no, we weren't in the Grand Passage, because this is our most recent save. That's got the 5 hours and 3 minutes. Wow, okay. Com Tower B. We had just blown up a helicopter with a liquid in it at this time. And we had retreated to kind of say hello to Otacon, who was working on the cargo lift, which had mysteriously broken. Speaking of, has he got it working? Just gonna get my FAMAS out. Correction, I'm just gonna get my chaff grenade out. Actually, is the lift up here? Archon, the boy doing his best, yes. Is the lift up here, or is it further down? I think it's further down, but I can't be... It's one of the situations where you're like, I'm pretty sure it's down there. Yeah, there's the cable, so it can't come up here. Cool. Well, that's a chaff grenade wasted, but oh well. I'm sure there's plenty around somewhere. Throw. Yeah, that's why I waited, because I'm like, I'm not dealing with those 4 turrets. Thank you very much. Yeah, but nice if you could explode a little quicker next time, my dude. Ow! Let me fire through a chaff grenade. It's yeah. Okay. Yeah, Otacon. Oh, FAMAS bullets, thank you.
I don't know why, but the elevator just started working again.
Hey.
If you take it all the way to the bottom of Tower B and go outside, you'll be in the snowfield. The entrance to the underground maintenance base is in the north of the snowfield.
Okay. Hey, here it is. Just gonna get out my FAMAS for no reason.
Huh? I don't know why.
Yeah, sure.
Snake, There's something I forgot to tell you before.
What?
There were 5 stealth camouflage prototypes in my lab.
Yeah, so?
If you take out the one I'm wearing, that leaves 4.
Hey, this isn't first grade math class.
I thought I'd get one for you. So I went back to the lab and
Yeah?
the 4 suits were missing. Also, about the elevator that I checked out, it's really strange. It was like someone was intentionally holding it.
When you were riding on it, did the weight limit warning go off?
That's another thing that bothered me about it. The warning went off, and I know I couldn't be over the limit.
How much do you weigh?
About 135, but that elevator had a weight limit of 650 pounds.
It would take at least 5 people to go over that limit.
Look out, Snake! The guys who stole my stealth prototypes are in there with you!
Too late, Snake. Now die!
Got them all gathered in the corner there. Oh, the one that got away. Okay. Oh, good lord. Let's have that right now. Oh, good. We've been up to 5 rations. That's going to be useful. I'm sure I won't need all 5. Actually, you know what? This is probably a good opportunity just to be like, yo, Mei Ling.
What can I do for you, Snake?
So, interesting, like, weird fact in this game. The first game has all the same voice actors as the Twin Snakes version. But,
Snake, in China they say, when walking through a melon patch, don't adjust your sandals. That means that when things get really bad, you have to try to remember what's important. Keep things in the proper perspective, okay?
but the voice actors were given different direction because this was early on in the series. For example, Naomi's accent is less American and more British, whereas Mei Ling definitely goes for, I would say, kind of almost stereotypical Chinese. Whereas if you listen to Mei Ling in not just the later games, because she does appear in a later game, but also in the Twin Snakes, she has much more of an American accent because she was raised in America, which makes sense, I guess. But you know, it's weird how there were little changes to the way the accents were, and the voices are still more or less the same. Just the accents are less over the top, which is weird for this series when I think about it. You know, that a series this over the top decided, let's tone down the accents a little. And remember that fact, because when we get to Metal Gear Solid 2, I'm going to bring that fact up again. I know, Shadow. Who could have thought? Oh, just use a chaff grenade. Don't try and sneak past. Just chaff grenade. I was weighing up thinking like, can I just sneak past them? I'm like, nah. Just gonna put some body armor on for no reason. There we go. Are you sure that's a good idea doing that right there?
Snake, are you okay?
Otacon, were there any other stealth prototypes?
No, there were only 5.
So, this isn't stealth camouflage then.
What are you talking about?
Someone's aiming at me in the middle of this blizzard.
It's her!
Wolf? Sniper Wolf?
Yes, it's her. It's definitely her.
Otacon, you sound like you're happy.
No, I'm not.
So then what is it?
Snake, please don't kill her.
Are you insane?
Please. She's a good person. You'd know that if you talked to her.
Listen to me, kid. She's a merciless killer.
I can see you perfectly from here. I told you, I'd never quit the hunt. Now you're mine.
Wolf, no, you can't.
Don't get between a wolf and its prey.
You're pretty good if you can hit me in this storm.
You see, women naturally make better soldiers.
Wolf, don't do this.
Snake, I'm near. Can't you sense me near you?
It's a mistake for a sniper to reveal her location.
Is that right? Well, I'm going to send you a love letter, my dear. Do you know what that is? It's a bullet straight from my gun to your heart.
Please, Wolf. Snake, no!
Quiet! Don't get in our way.
Now I'm gonna pay you back for Meryl.
You men are so weak. You can never finish what you start.
Okay, cover. First step is cover. Yeah. Okay, that's not working. Okay. Oh, I want the armor on. Thank you very much. Which side, Wolf? Ah. Pretty proud of that last shot, if I'm honest.
I waited for this moment. I am a sniper. Waiting is my job. Never moving a muscle. Concentrating. Please. Just finish me quick. I am a Kurd. I have always dreamed of a peaceful place like this.
A Kurd. So that's why you're called Wolf.
I was born on the battlefield. Raised on the battlefield. Gunfire, sirens, and screams. They were my lullabies. Hunted like dogs, day after day. Driven from our ragged shelters. That was my life. Each morning I'd wake up and find a few more of my family or friends dead beside me. I'd stare at the morning sun and pray to make it through the day. The governments of the world turned a blind eye to our misery. But then, he appeared. My hero. Saladin. He took me away from all that.
Saladin? You mean Big Boss?
I became a sniper. Hidden. Watching everything through a rifle's scope. Now I could see war. Not from inside, but from the outside. As an observer. I watched the brutality, the stupidity of mankind through the scope of my rifle. I joined this group of revolutionaries to take my revenge on the world. But I have shamed myself and my people. I am no longer the wolf I was born to be. In the name of vengeance, I sold my body and my soul. Now I am nothing more than a dog.
Wolves are noble animals. They're not like dogs. In Yupik, the word for wolf is Keglanek, and the Aleuts revere them as honorable cousins. They call mercenaries like us dogs of war. It's true. We're all for sale at some price or another. But you're different. Untamed. Solitary. You're no dog. You're a wolf.
Who are you? Are you Saladin?
Wolf. You spared Meryl's life.
She was never my real target. I don't kill for sport.
Rest easy. You'll die as the proud wolf you are.
I finally understand. I wasn't waiting to kill people. I was waiting for someone to kill me. A man like you. You're a hero. Please, set me free.
Why? Why? I loved you. What is it?
My gun. Give it to me. She's part of me. Everyone's here now. Oh, okay, hero. Set me free.
Goodbye. Snake, you said that love could bloom on the battlefield. But I couldn't save her. What are you doing?
Returning it to its owner. I don't need a handkerchief.
Why?
I don't have any more tears to shed. I'm going to the underground base. We're out of time.
I know.
You'll have to protect yourself now. Don't trust anyone.
Yeah.
If I can't stop Metal Gear, this whole place will probably be bombed to hell.
Yeah.
We might not meet again.
I'll hang on to my codec. I want to keep helping.
You can leave anytime. Get a head start. A head start on your new life.
Snake! What was she fighting for? What am I fighting for? What are you fighting for?
If we make it through this, I'll tell you.
Okay. I'll be searching too.
As I say, Metal Gear Solid gets deep, you know. People always look at this as a little funny little series that deals with all kind of things, and I can't stress enough just how much I really enjoy a lot of what this series puts down in terms of, like, you know, the military-industrial complex, corruption, all sorts of things. Oh, yes, hello, Lemmy. Yes. Only got 3 chaff grenades, so let's make this count. Cardboard box C, ration. Well, that was worth that. We're full back on our rations now. With a gun. Actual sniper battle. I was tempted to use the Nikita, but nope. Actual sniper, and I was pretty pleased with my last hit, if I do say so myself. Ooh, hello. Nope, didn't use the Nikita or the Stinger. Was PTSD 1. And why could you barely hear the stream? Is there a reason? Okay, so this is the actual route. Okay, this is where I don't want to go in that case. Ow! Bye-bye. Can't get through that yet. Alright. Cool, nothing. Oh, shh. Yo, I'm gonna get out of here. Is there... Claymores. Can I get that last claymore? No, I'm full of claymores. That's fine. Yes, thank you. I'll take the Dazapam. Thank you. Clear. No chaff grenades? Really? I was hoping I'd find at least one. Maybe in the next. Oh, thank the heavens, chaff grenades. I'm also going to show off if I'm mailing. The last shot I got with Sniper Wolf was with the PGSD-1 as she was moving to a new cover. On this game, which I remind you doesn't use the analog sticks for aiming. As I said, I was pretty chuffed with that shot. I wondered how they do this switch. That's a nice little, thing. Now we're here, though. Let's call mailing and save.
In China, they say, it's better to live ugly than to die beautiful. I think it's true. Once you're dead, you'll never have another chance to be happy. I can't understand people who want to die before their time. Please, Nick, promise me that you'll come back alive.
No promise. Oh no. Ah, but he died. Made sure of that. Okay. Stun grenade, cool. Can't go down there. We have to make the clearly not best route. Whoa. I died. I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy looking at the lava to look at where I was going. Terminator death, yes. Oh, so it is body high. Cool. So how does this work? Oh, I know how this works. Okay. We know his pathing. He's now gotta exploit that. Oh shit.
What was that noise?
Oh shit. As I say, early days for the series. Stealth in this game is not easy. This is actually one of the reasons why I'm not a fan of this particular entry, is because the Stealth War Revolutionary hadn't yet caught up to what the series would become. Metal Gear Solid 2 is really when Stealth as we know it today, that was created by the series, would then debut. Actually, I could use a ration. Yeah. That ledge makes me nervous. Don't know why, but that looks important. There we go. Just the fact that that was coming back up for me makes me nervous. People on the internet not being normal? What are you talking about, Shadow?
There he is! Damn.
Seriously, guys? Really? Ooh, more jamming, just what I love. Oh, there's another lift.
What's up, Snake?
Save.
In China, they say, the snake, knowing itself, strikes swiftly. It means that if you have confidence that what you are doing is part of your true nature, there should be no hesitation.
Hello, pal.
I don't know whether your orders are in your true nature or not, but, Snake, believe in yourself.
What the fuck is... Ah, there it is. How goes the solid? It goes. Not exactly amazingly well, because I'm getting completely made out of Swiss cheese by a lot of enemies at this point, but still. Oh god. I forgot about you guys.
Snake, I've got something to tell you about Naomi Hunter.
What about her?
Is this conversation secure?
Don't worry, the monitor's off.
Okay.
What's up?
I was in the FBI too, you know.
I didn't know that. What's your point?
Dr. Hunter's story about her background, about her grandfather being an assistant secretary to Hoover in the FBI.
Yeah?
And then going undercover to investigate the Mafia in New York.
Yeah, what about it?
It was all a big lie.
What did you say?
It was really bothering me. Why would she lie about it?
She lied.
She might be a spy.
Ridiculous.
Come on, even a high school student could see past it. The head of the FBI at that time, Edgar Hoover, he was a well-known racist. Didn't Naomi say that her father was Japanese?
Yeah?
Well, back then there wasn't a single Asian investigator. Also, in the 1950s, the undercover mafia sting operations hadn't even started yet. They first started in 1960, in Chicago, not New York.
But
you better check it out. The chief and the president mysteriously dying, that ninja, too many strange things are happening.
are you saying that Naomi might be behind it?
I don't know. Either that, or she's working with the terrorists.
Could it be?
If I find out anything, I'll call. In the meantime, be careful.
Also, ravens, not crows. Because foreshadowing is a literary device.
Welcome, Cossack. This is the end of the road for you. Right, my friends? Listen, they agree. Ravens aren't scavengers like most people think. They're simply returning to the natural world, that which is no longer needed. Sometimes they even attack wounded foxes.
You were the one in the M1 tank? Must have been a tight fit for a big boy like you.
But that was no true battle. The Ravens and I were testing to see what kind of man you were. The judgment is decided. The Ravens say you are a true warrior.
Am I hallucinating? I can't move.
The Raven has put the mark of death upon you. Blood from the east flows within your veins. Ah, your ancestors too were raised on the barren plains of Mongolia. Inuit and Japanese are cousins to each other. We share many ancestors, you and I.
I don't have any crows in my family tree.
You jest, but indeed ravens and snakes are not the best of friends. Nevertheless, you will make a worthy adversary. You live in Alaska too. You know of the World Eskimo Indian Olympics?
Yeah, I know it. Must be a real threat in the muck duck eating contest.
Yes, you are right. But there is another event that I excel at. It is called the Ear Pull. It is an event where two opponents pull each other's ears while enduring the harsh cold. It tests spiritual as well as physical strength.
You want to pull each other's ears?
The form is different, but the spirit is the same. Rejoice, Snake! Ours will be a glorious battle.
This isn't glorious. It's just plain killing. Violence isn't a sport.
Well, we'll see if there's iron in your words.
Okay. We cannot face Vulcan Raven head-on. Unless the big, massive Vulcan cannon he's carrying was not a hint to you guys. So we need to play smart. By smart, I mean sneaky. Raven! Over here, you big lummox. That was a mistake. Trying to knock on the door. So he can't hear that. Okay.
Come on now!
I got him.
Come on now!
That'll bait him. All you do is get his attention. There we go.
Just as the boss said, it is my existence which is no longer needed in this world. But my body will not remain in this place. My spirit and my flesh will become one with the ravens. In that way, I will return to Mother Earth who bore me. Snake! I will be watching you. Understand? Snake, take this security card. It will open that door.
Why?
You are a snake which was not created by nature. You and the boss. You are from another world. A world that I do not wish to know. Go and do battle with him. I will be watching from above. First, I'll give you a hint. The man who you saw die before your eyes.
What is it?
That was not the Darpa Chief. It was Decoy Octopus, a member of Foxhound. He was a master of disguise. He copied his subjects down to the blood. So he drained the Chief's blood and took it into himself. But he wasn't able to deceive the Angel of Death.
The Angel of Death? But why go to so much trouble? Why impersonate the Chief?
That is the end of my hint. You must solve the rest of the riddle yourself. Snake, in the natural world, there's no such thing as boundless slaughter. There is always an end to it. But you different.
What are you trying to say?
The path you walk on has no end. Each step you take is paved with the corpses of your enemies. Their souls will haunt you forever. You shall have no peace. Hear me, Snake. My spirit will be watching you.
Versus Vulcan Raven.
Snake, it's me.
Master.
It's about Naomi. Turn your monitor off.
What about Naomi?
Colonel, is Naomi there?
No, she's away. She's taking a short nap. So what is this about Naomi?
Okay, maybe we'd better let the Colonel hear this too.
Yeah. Go on, Master.
Well, basically, Dr. Naomi Hunter is not Dr. Naomi Hunter at all.
What?
I thought her story of her background sounded kind of fishy, so I checked it out.
And?
There is an actual Dr. Naomi Hunter, or I should say, there was one. But she's not the woman we know. The real Naomi Hunter disappeared somewhere in the Middle East. Our Naomi must have somehow obtained her identification papers.
So then who is she really?
She must be some kind of spy.
A spy?
Yes. Maybe she's been sent to sabotage this operation.
Are you saying she's with the terrorists?
I don't want to believe it either, but she is working for Foxhound.
So you think she had a part in the uprising?
Or she could be working with some different group altogether.
Different group? It couldn't be.
Place her under arrest.
What?
She's betrayed us. She needs to be arrested and interrogated to find out who she's with.
If she's one of their spies, then we're in big trouble.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Have you let her in on some kind of vital secret or something? Does this have anything to do with the mysterious deaths of the DARPA chief and the Arms Tech president?
I have no idea.
Anyway, we cannot allow her to participate any further in this mission.
Wait a minute. Without her, we can't complete this mission.
I knew it. You're hiding something.
Give me some time. I'll try to get it out of her.
Hurry then. We've got to figure out who she is and what she's doing here.
I understand. Snake, give me some time.
I don't have any time left for you.
Alright, we're going to quickly explore and just see if there's any items I've missed. There's no doubt there are. I do like also, for this boss fight that they gave you, they give you the grid-like battle, and then as time goes on, they have some of the crates collapse and thus block off avenues, and so it then takes away more of your kind of route, so you have to start being a bit more careful with your plan. I've heard a lot of weird boss speeches, but that drivel from Raven is up there in the top 10. I know you posted that before the fight, not after, but but yeah, it certainly is a thing. Oh, I've got a 11-7 card. Huh? Nice. That looks inviting. Are you winning, son? Let's not get into if I'm winning or not.
Naomi wasn't acting strangely or anything?
No, I just can't believe that Naomi's an enemy spy. I refuse to accept that.
I don't want to believe it either, but...
Don't say it, Snake.
So this does look particularly inviting. So I say we make it more inviting. to me, guys. What the hell, really? Just gonna go out there again. Excessive much, yeah. I'm just gonna go out there again so people can see this. Just like, excuse me? They really don't want anyone getting in this area. Ow, just run. Just fucking all of them.
Snake, it's me.
What's wrong? Did you find a good place to hide?
Yeah, thanks to the stealth gear. It looks like they've finished getting Metal Gear ready.
How do you know that?
I overheard them talking. Where are you now?
Right in front of Metal Gear, but it's strange.
What is?
There's nobody here. No guards, nobody patrolling. It's too quiet.
Maybe because they're all ready. They said they even input the PAL codes.
What should I do?
All we can do is use the override system that President Baker told you about.
But I've only got one of the 3 keys, and besides that, like Ocelot said, there's some trick to using the keys.
Leave it to me.
You got some kind of plan?
Well, I'm in the computer room right now. I'm trying to access Baker's private files.
Baker's files? Don't you need a password?
Of course, but there are ways.
Are you a hacker?
Yup, that describes me pretty well.
Does it look like you can get in?
I don't know yet. I'll give it a try.
I'm counting on you.
To be fair, Shadow, their security is pretty understandable when they're dealing with like the massive battle tank that can fire a nuclear warhead.
Snake, it's me again.
How's it going?
Not bad. I just got past his 3rd security level. He was a pretty careful guy.
Do you think you'll break in soon?
I never met a system I couldn't bust into.
Okay, keep trying.
I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it is a large machine, so it's difficult to kind of want to cuddle it, but which part would you be cuddling? Its head, the bit looks like a dinosaur. I mean, that is fair. That is fair.
Snake, I did it!
You got past security?
Bingo!
Great. So what do you got?
I accessed the confidential Metal Gear file.
So what about the PAL override system that Baker talked about?
I haven't found it yet.
That's what I need to know.
But Snake, I found something else.
What?
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon. Just as I thought, the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective. And that's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
It's a stealth weapon.
You mean it won't show up on radar?
Yeah. The truth is, they've been working on a stealth missile since the late 70s.
Why weren't they able to develop one until now?
Because of the missile rocket propulsion system, it would be picked up by enemy satellites.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
Yeah, we learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
I'm listening.
If word of this got out, it could delay the signing of the START 3 treaty and cause a huge international incident.
Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
I'm sorry.
You changed, Colonel.
I won't make any excuses.
Snake, listen to me. This new nuclear weapon, it's never actually been tested, only simulated.
You mean they ran a computer model?
Yeah, that's why they were conducting this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of the exercise?
It looks like it went better than they hoped for, but I can't find the data anywhere on this network. You'd think the data as important as that would be carefully recorded.
It was. President Baker gave me an optical disc with all of the test data.
What? Do you still have it?
No. Ocelot took it from me.
Damn. The terrorists have replaced the dummy warhead with a real warhead. Once they input the detonation codes, they should be ready to launch.
So you think they can do it?
Well, the dummy warhead was designed to be identical to the real thing, so I think so.
Did you find out how to override it yet?
Not yet. It must be in a separate file. Right now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files.
We're counting on you.
Yeah, no pressure, Archon. Just, potential end of the world. There's one of you up here? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Snake.
Did you find it?
No, I haven't found out about the override system yet, but I found Baker's ulterior motive.
He's just looking to get rich, isn't he?
Well, that's part of it. Armstech is in much worse financial trouble than I thought.
I know they lost their bid to make the next generation fighter jet. That plus the reduction in SDI spending.
It looks like there was even some talk of a hostile takeover.
Everything was riding on this project, I guess.
And it looks like we were paying a lot of bribe money to the DARPA chief.
Bribe money, huh?
Yeah, and Baker was a big proponent of the nuclear deterrent theory.
I see. So anyway, what about the override?
Just give me a little bit longer.
The problem is, I try and run away, but the direction I end up going in is the direction where there's the fucking enemy. And it's like, I can't escape from anything. So what am I supposed to do?
Where'd he go?
At least from my assessment. Ah, to hell with it. Good, I need that. I'm now out of rations. Here we go.
Okay, I've entered the PAL codes and disengaged the safety device. We can launch anytime.
There's still no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Should I set it for Cherniton, Russia?
No, there's been a change. The new target is Locknor, China.
Why, boss?
I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Golukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
Liquid. But why? There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
A nuclear test site?
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will be worried about the retaliatory strike from China.
That'll probably mean top-secret talks between both countries' leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the President will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation? Or the President's?
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India... I see.
Yes. When the other countries hear about this new weapon, they'll all want to contact us. Washington won't be very happy when we start selling their own system to the highest bidders. Yes, the President will break. He will give in to our demands.
Big Boss's DNA and $1 billion.
$1 billion?
That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the Fox-Die vaccine in our demands.
Fox-Die? It killed Octopus and the Armstech president. So it's true that it affects older people first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
Wolf wasn't infected either. Perhaps due to those tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with the adrenaline level in the blood. Or maybe it's just because this Fox-Die was still experimental and they haven't worked out all the bugs yet.
In any case, have you heard from your friend, Colonel Sergei Golukovich, at the Spetsnaz?
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear. He said we can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful.
He's a very prudent man.
There's nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a military superpower, they need to reinforce their nuclear arsenal. They need a nuclear weapon that can't be intercepted. Metal Gear will allow them to gain first strike capability over the rest of the world.
Their regular army is in shambles, and they think they can restore their country's military power with nuclear weapons? Galukovich, he's no warrior. He's a politician.
But he's the one who gave us the Hind and most of our other heavy firepower.
He's got over 1,000 soldiers under his command. If we join forces, we could put up quite a resistance here. Since Mantis died, the Genome Soldier's brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with the Russians would boost that as well.
What do you say?
We're not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here.
We could still escape.
We've got the most powerful weapon ever made, and we're about to ally with Galukovich's forces.
Are you going to fight the whole world?
And what's wrong with that? We can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours!
What about your promise to Colonel Galukovich?
I have no interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
You're not thinking of reviving Big Boss's dream.
From today, call this place Outer Heaven.
Big Boss's dream.
But boss, you're not worried about the PAL being overridden. If the code is in it again, it'll be deactivated.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the Armstech president are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
He didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman? Want me to kill her?
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Meryl, she's alive.
Snake, I found Baker's top-secret files.
Great job.
How's it going there?
They've finished inputting the PAL codes. So how do we deactivate them?
Okay, you see the override system that the President was talking about? It can also be used to input the detonation codes. You see, if you insert the keys when the warhead is active, you deactivate it. And if you insert them when it's inactive, it becomes activated. And you can only use the keys once.
Only once, huh?
Yeah, you better get started. We don't have much time.
But it takes 3 keys, right? I've only got 1 of them.
Hold on a minute. You see, that's the trick. You already have all 3 keys.
What are you talking about?
The card key is made of a shape memory alloy.
Shape memory alloy?
Yes. It's a material that changes shape at different temperatures. The key is made out of it.
This card key?
Yeah. The card key changes shape at different temperatures.
So this key is actually 3 keys in 1. Clever.
Can you see the input terminals in the center of the control room?
I see them.
Those 3 laptop terminals are for the emergency input. There should be a symbol on each screen. Each symbol corresponds to a different key. Input the keys in order from left to right. The left one's for the room temperature key. See the symbol? Next to that goes the low temperature key. The one on the right is the high temperature key.
Okay, I got it. First, I change the shape of the card, and then I input them in order, right?
That's right. All you do is insert the card keys. After you insert the key into the module, a hard disk reads the information contained on it. Once you've finished with all 3 terminals, the code input process is complete. But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an emergency system. It's only meant to be used once.
The world is riding on that key, Snake.
Who's that?
Damn! The key fell in the drainage ditch.
Snake! This is bulletproof glass. There's no way in. I'll enjoy watching you die.
Sneak, you've got to get that key.
Weren't we just here? It's like, I'm not getting paid nearly enough for this. I mean, true. This is the part that people dislike about this game, from what I hear. Because this is the point where the game gives you needless backtracking. So first of all, the PAL key, we have to find the PAL key. So that is like, okay, well, we've got to search in the drainage ditch. Take some time doing that. That'll take a couple of minutes. Then we've got to input the PAL key into, the input room. But the problem with that is you then need to make the card cold and then hot appropriately. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is also radioactive. So we can't spend all our time in here. And I have no rations. I think the thermal goggles help here, but I can't recall. And that there's also a bomb to dispose of, because why not? There we go, the PAL key. I need to refill my health. There's no question about it. Okay, now we get back up to the room and insert the PAL key. We've then got to make the card cold, come back all the way here, and then repeat the process, but this time make it hot. In the remake, quote unquote, the Twin Snakes, they actually put a method in this room for you to actually make the key cold and hot in here. But it is a secret method that is not obvious. In fact, it is a bit of an Easter egg. The actual method is, you may have noticed that there was a blast furnace room and a cold storage room that we went through. One of them we had a boss fight in. Yeah, we've got to go all the way back to there and basically go through the process from there. Also, I'm just going to do the same tactic I did last time, because screw this guard.
PAL code number 1, confirmed. Awaiting PAL code number 2.
Okay, that takes care of PAL code number 1. Now, PAL number 2, freeze the key.
I'll also open it up for anyone in the chat to assist as well. I could use some assistance. I'm looking for how long the key takes to either freeze or basically change shape, and also how long it lasts for, because naturally we're probably going to be timed on getting back here. So yeah, so it's your key. Snake didn't steal it. Maybe you know then, pal, what the secret to the... no, don't stick in the middle of the room. That's where the hole is. Okay, so the card is actually not too distant. Let's go back quickly. Great advice, game. Or walk through, whatever. Icon will change already. Good to know that the icon does change. So on the twin snakes, there is a pipes going around the room. that are carrying liquid nitrogen and some kind of flamant or flammable material. So, and you can use those to change the temperature quickly in the same room. Ah, there you go. It's been changed. It's changed right there. Cool. Soldiers spawn so want to leave. Oh, fun. So then we've got to, because that's the difficult part, is getting through the soldiers as well. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get some chaff grenade and explode, please. There you go. I do appreciate the warning. I think there's also soldiers that spawn in this area. Once we've done this key, I'll save, and then we can then do the blast furnace one, because that, I think the blast furnace one is going to be the one that gives us the most difficulty.
What was that noise?
There we go.
Palcom number 2 confirmed. Awaiting Palcom number 3.
Okay, there goes pal code number 2. Next comes pal number 3. Warm the key.
What is it, Snake?
Dave.
Snake, Leo DeRocher said, win any way you can. Nice guys finish last. What about you, Snake? Is that what you think? Is there anything that you wouldn't do to stay alive? You should think about that, Snake.
Just kind of checking, like, how long the cold key lasts for. Because either they're the same, or they keep the hot key going for longer. I imagine they have to be pretty lenient with you, because you've got to traverse all the way back here. So they must give you at least plenty of time. Actually, you can't dilly-dally, but still. Because if I recall correctly, we have 2 lifts to take once we get past the cold room. So that's going to be a thing. Still not changed. Holy shit, why campfires just split up? I thought the kitties would seriously injure one another. I tried to split them up and lock Josh in another room and chase him out the flat. I think we ought to book out some time out for the rest of the week. Work week. Yes, sounds like that. The Palkia is still in its cold shape. This gives me hope. The fact that it's not... yep. Ah! I could go all the way there and back again. Okay. Okay, but there are guards now in the room, which is fine. I should be able to get through here perfectly fine. Oh, but they do give you the like, oh yeah, but we've cleaned up. We've put the crates back where they belong. That's useful. That makes things a lot easier actually. Nothing? Cool. I imagine they give you plenty of time because yeah, you oh, thank God they skipped the oh no, they don't skip the journey. Yes, I imagine the cold room does affect his temperature.
Snake, it's about Naomi Hunter.
Then you should talk to the Colonel. He's looking into it.
Turn your monitor off.
Okay, it's off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead.
Sorry, but I didn't want the Colonel to hear.
Okay, so what's up?
I've got a good friend in the Pentagon.
Yeah?
He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon.
An assassination weapon?
Snake, have you ever heard of something called Fox Dye?
No. Fox Dye. Liquid and the others were talking about it.
Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details, but...
What are you trying to say?
It's too similar.
What is?
The cause of death. Didn't the Arms Tech president and the DARPA chief, Decoy Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart attack?
Yeah?
Well, apparently Fox Dye kills its victims by simulating a heart attack.
No. You're telling me that Naomi was behind it?
Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi give you some kind of injection?
The nanomachines.
She was in the best position to have done it, but I don't know what her motive was.
Does the Colonel know?
I'm not sure. But he still hasn't questioned her.
Okay, I'll ask him myself. Colonel, what's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed Naomi under arrest.
Arrest?
She was sending coded messages towards the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. She's being interrogated now.
What kind of interrogation?
Well, I'd like to avoid the rough stuff, but we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find out anything.
So it's true, isn't it?
Naomi. I can't believe it.
That means the Fox Dye vaccine must be around somewhere.
Listen, I've got bigger things to worry about.
But Snake, you might be infected too, you know.
All I can do is leave it up to the Colonel.
What I think it means, Shadow, is that the body isn't actually having a heart attack, but it makes the body think it is, and therefore causes the heart. I don't know. It's some kind of weird thing. That's fair. To be fair, you're the medical expert here, so I defer to you. I'm sorry, what do you mean? What was that, pal? A hairdryer? What? Bathroom with a hairdryer? Huh. There is back at the commander's base, but taking it that far would not be economical. But good find. Oh boy. Yeah, whereabouts is the bathroom, pal? Because I don't think there's one that would be close. I would think, but I might be wrong. I see. Yeah, the thing is that's far back. That's my thinking that it can't possibly be that. Like, that is so far back, we'd have to insert disc 1. But it does give time, that's true. Alright, the panel key's heated up. I'm going to remain here for a little bit longer, and so I just got a feeling that this guy's just going to ambush me. So I want to take this guy out first. So he should now come down here. Or not. Five minutes to change in the furnace. Yeah, well, in the furnace, it's changed already. It's in a, it's red form. There are 2 ways you can find the panel key? No. Well, what are the 2 ways? I'm curious now. Okay, let's go for it. The rat thing might have been only in the Twin Snakes, because there's no way you can shoot a rat in this, as far as I'm aware. The rat thing, I think, is in the Twin Snakes. Because, of course, their job is to extend that segment even longer than it needs to be. Throw a chaff grenade. And down you go. Oh! Wonder how you do that, given the fact that the aiming on this isn't exactly precise. Like, that's why I thought it was being the Twin Snakes. In the Twin Snakes, you get all the features of Metal Gear Solid 2, which includes the the first person aiming, which you don't get in this. So the thing is, there's no free aim in this. I can't aim with the pistol. The only way I can aim is like this. Even in first person view, I can't. But I can peek, apparently. Hello.
Snake, can you hear me? It's Naomi.
Naomi? What the hell?
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes. But not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know myself. I don't know my real name or even what my parents looked like. I bought all my identification. But my reason for getting into genetics was true.
'Cause you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from. My age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s. A dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me. I was alone for so long, until I met my big brother. And him.
Your big brother?
Yes. Frank Yeager.
What?
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me. Yes, Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox?
We survived that hell together, Frank and I. He protected me. He's my one connection. The only connection I have to my past.
And he brought you back to America?
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Who is he? You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom, this America. And then he and my brother went back to Africa to continue the war. And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes. That's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments?
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterwards, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me?
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox? No. Naomi, tell me something.
About Fox Die? Fox Die is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Fox Die contains smart enzymes created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA?
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die. The TNF epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then they cause a heart attack?
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then, the victim dies.
Apoptosis? You mean the heart cells commit suicide? Naomi.
What?
You must have programmed that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time? Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the decision to use Fox dye.
Huh? You weren't?
No. You were injected with Fox dye as a part of this operation. I just wanted to let you know that. No, that's not the whole truth.
Huh?
The real thing I wanted to tell you was... Snake,
Hey, what are you doing?
Snake!
Naomi!
Snake, I can't allow Naomi to make any more unauthorized transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that Fox dye was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that. Right now, your job is to stop Metal Gear. Okay, Snake?
Don't forget, you're dealing with laymen here who don't know that they only heard of heart attack, not medical professionals. So it's not wrong for Snake to basically think, oh, it's a heart attack. Okay, we're going to be quick now because we're in the cold. I should be able to get through this room without too much trouble. Assuming the guard pattern was very similar to the last time. Yep, it is. Yep, look at that. Just straight flush from beginning to end. And we're still in the cold. Explode. Explode. I mean, it is close to it. Yeah, you know, I'm not even denying that, Shadow. Even yourself said it wouldn't be considered a heart attack. But Palki is still hot. I have to admit, I really can't wait to play Metal Gear Solid 2. It's been years since I played Metal Gear Solid 2, and I know that game fairly inside out as well. Like, I used to play that game all the freaking time.
What was that noise?
See ya, pal. Ration? Yeah, ration. Pull pin and toss. Cool. What's good is they don't even allow you to press a button. They just, as soon as you get to it, it goes to the cutscene. Bit nice how it doesn't allow you to fumble at the last minute.
Detonation code
No, why?
Ready for launch.
I deactivated it.
Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Master, what's going on?
You found the key, and even activated the warhead for us, too. I really must express my gratitude. Sorry to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business.
What are you talking about?
We weren't able to learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mantis' psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him during the interrogation. In other words, we weren't able to launch the nuclear device, and we were all getting a little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met.
What do you mean?
Without the detonation codes, we had to find some other way. That's when we decided you might prove useful, Snake.
What?
First, I thought we might get the information from you, Snake, so I had Decoy Octopus disguise himself as the DARPA chief. Unfortunately, Octopus didn't survive the encounter, thanks to Fox Die.
You mean you had this plan from the beginning, just to get me to input the detonation code?
Huh? You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Who the hell are you?
In any case, the launch preparations are complete. Once the world glimpses the power of this weapon, the White House will have no choice but to surrender the Fox Die vaccine to me. Their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole?
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Ah, poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to know. If you come where I am, that is.
Where are you?
Very close by.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Campbell, you're too late.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. I didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
So who is it?
Snake, you've been talking to...
me, dear brother.
Liquid, how the...
You've served your purpose. You may die now.
Snake, gas! Do something! Snake, Paul Emmerich. He should be able to break through security.
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute. I hacked into security. Snake, I'm opening the door.
Liquid! Snake! Did you like my sunglasses? You'd point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
So I could manipulate you more easily. And you performed quite well, I must say. Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Following orders blindly with no questions asked, you've lost your warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn snake.
What?
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages, it was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed for you to come into contact with us. That's what killed the Arms Tech president and decoy octopus.
You don't mean...
That's right. You were sent here to kill us so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged, along with the bodies of the Genome soldiers. From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread Fox dye.
Fox dye? It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He reported that Dr. Hunter altered Fox Dye's program just before the operation, but no one knows how or why.
I wonder... Maybe they arrested her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt. But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to Fox Dye's program. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I've already added the Fox Dye vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine?
There must be, but that woman is the only one who really knows. Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Why's that?
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Arms Tech president and decoy octopus were killed by Fox Dye, but Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
A bug in the virus's programming?
Could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you, then I'm not worried either. After all, our genetic code is identical.
So it's true. You and I are...
Yes, twins. But we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked by cursed genes. Les enfants terribles. You're fine. You got all the old man's dominant genes. I got the flawed recessive genes. Everything was done so that you would be the greatest of his children. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
I was the favorite, huh?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born? But I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Love? It's hate! He always told me I was inferior, and now I'll have my revenge! You should understand me, brother. You killed our father with your own hands! You stole my chance for revenge! Now I'll finish the work that Father began. I will surpass him! I will destroy him!
You're just like Naomi.
Well, I'm not like you! Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my very genes! Yeah!
Snake, your blood will be the first to be spilled by this glorious new weapon. Consider it an honor, a gift from your brother. Now I'll show you the power of the weapon that will lead us in the 21st century.
It's moving. How do I stop it?
that do it?
Nice try, Snake! Die!
Hurry! Get away!
Great Fox!
A name from long ago. It sounds better than Deep Throat.
So it is you.
You look terrible, Snake. You haven't aged well.
I'll send you back to hell!
Fox, why? What do you want from me?
I'm a prisoner of death. Only you can free me.
Fox, stay out of this. What about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you.
Naomi?
You're the only one who can stop her.
No, I can't.
Why?
Because I'm the one who killed her parents. I was young then, and couldn't bring myself to kill her too. I felt so bad that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood to soothe my guilty conscience. Even now she thinks of me as her brother.
Fox.
From the outside, we might have seemed like a happy brother and sister, but every time I looked at her, I saw her parents' eyes staring back at me. Tell her for me. Tell her that I was the one who did it.
There you are!
We're just about out of time. Here's a final present from Deep Throat. I'll stop it from moving.
Fox!
In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds, we use royal harriers.
Fox!
How strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
Cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal.
He destroyed the Ray Dome.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the codename Fox, but now you're finished!
No! Fire the stinger!
Fox! Can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
Now!
No, I can't do it.
I can finally die. After Zanzibar, I was taken from the battle. Neither truly alive nor
can't
truly
do it.
dead. An undying shadow in a world of light.
No, I can't do it.
Soon it will finally end. Die! Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake, farewell.
Foolish man! He prayed for death, and it found him. You see, you can't protect anyone, not even yourself. Die! There you are!
with your kind of... Yeah, I mean, there's no argument there. Oh, yeah, I forget. Yeah. We're going to do this battle again. That's fine. The boss battle is not exactly easy. Those missiles cut through you. Which the way to deal with it is just run forward, and basically they're long range missiles, so if you're at short range, you're kind of fine. For a chuff grenade. Good night, Burr. Okay, now... Yep.
In front of you, I can finally die. After Zanzibar, I was taken from the battle. Neither truly alive, nor truly dead. An undying shadow in a world of light. But soon, it will finally end.
so frustrating because you want to get... I need to get more chaff grenades. As simple as that. I need more chaff grenades, but I can't get more chaff grenades because Liquid and Rex. If I try and get at long range, he fires his missiles and takes me down. If I get close, he uses the laser. I guess I need to get into like a rhythm. Okay, the missiles. And I am out of rations. Ugh. The next hit I get from anything is certain death almost. Missiles. Ah, dead. There you go. Any advice that you can find for the second stage of the Liquid fight, Shadow? What I'm going to do now, while I have an opportunity, is grab the chaff grenades. Throw a chaff grenade now. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go for the other ration that It's in the corner here. And heal up while I am at it. Okay, I didn't get hurt. That was worth it. I thought I threw a chaff grenade.
Now, in front of you, I can finally die.
Split through its legs to try and get it to lose sight of you. Once lost sight, equip Stinger.
From the battle, neither truly alive nor truly dead. An undying shadow in a world of light. But soon, it will finally end.
Snake, there's nothing I can do to help you. All I can do is cheer you on.
Pretty certain in the middle of the fight, if you die, if you reload, you still have to do this for the first part.
Don't give up. Snake!
I don't need you. That's fine. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Fuck me, that fucking laser. This might be where this playthrough ends, because this boss fight, I remember it being annoying. Oh, I earned the trophy at least for probably beating stage 1. Let's see if it loads me in the middle, because it loads me in the middle of the fight. Then fantastic. If it's the beginning of the boss fight, I'm gonna be annoyed. It's the beginning, of course it is. Okay, well, run, get chaff grenades. Fuck's sake, Liquid. I was wondering why there were stun grenades around. Thank you, Shadow.
Now, in front of you, I can finally die. After Zanzibar, I was taken from the battle. Neither truly alive nor truly dead. An undying shadow.
I think what makes this difficult is the fact that it is a back-to-back boss battle. Like, if it was a checkpoint here, I don't think it would be as big of an issue. And it's that immediately into damage aspect. And the fucking laser as well, because why not? Good call on the stun grenade, Shadow. Masterful call on the sun grenades. That is doing heavy lifting right now for me, Shadow. Boom, there we go.
Snake, I'll crush you into dust.
Sleeping late as usual. A snake. Liquid, you're still alive.
I won't die as long as you still live.
Too bad. It looks like your revolution was a failure.
Just because you've destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean I am done fighting.
Fighting? What are you really after?
A world where warriors like us are honored as we once were, as we should be.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young, during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were valued then. We were desired. But things, are different now. With all the liars and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our place in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict will breed conflict. New hatreds will arise. Then, we'll steadily expand our sphere of influence.
But as long as there are people, there will always be war.
But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
Is that the only reason?
Isn't it reason enough for warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie! So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then. You enjoy all the killing. That's why.
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
I watched your face when you did it. It was filled with the joy of battle.
You're wrong.
There's a killer inside you. You don't have to deny it. We were created to be that way.
Created?
Les enfants terribles, the terrible children.
That's what the project was called. It started in the 1970s. Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier possible. The person that they chose as the model was the man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
Big Boss.
But Father was wounded in combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells, with a combination of 20th century analog cloning and the super baby method.
Super baby method.
They fertilized an egg with one of Father's cells, and then let it divide into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred the clones to someone's uterus and later intentionally aborted 6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Octuplets?
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us. We were accomplices in murder before the day we were even born. So it was you and I, 2 fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA. But they weren't finished yet. They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed to create you. I got all of the recessive genes. You took everything from me before I was even born. But you and I aren't his only children.
What?
The Genome Soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy. But they're different. They're digital. With the completion of the Human Genome Project, the mysteries of humanity were laid bare. Thanks to Father's DNA, they were able to identify more than 60 soldier genes responsible for everything from strategic thinking to the proverbial killer instinct. Those soldier genes were transplanted into the members of the next generation Special Forces. That's how they became the Genome Soldiers. That's right. The Genome Soldiers that you've been killing are our brothers with the same genes as ours.
The Genome Soldiers?
That's right. They are our brothers, created artificially through the alignment of nucleotides to mimic our father's genes. They too are the product of numerous sacrifices.
Sacrifices?
Human experiments! 1991, the Gulf War. The military secretly injected soldiers with the soldier genes. The Gulf War syndrome that hundreds of thousands of returning soldiers complained about was a side effect of it.
Ha! Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was caused by exposure to depleted uranium used in the anti-tank rounds.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon. First they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical or biological weapons. The poison gas detection units and the anti-sarin injections, they were all just a cover-up of the secret genetic experiments.
So then, the so-called Gulf War babies that have been reported by Gulf War veterans are...
Yes. They too are our brothers and sisters.
So the Genome Soldiers mean that the experiments were a success?
Success? Don't be a fool. They're a complete failure. We are on the verge of extinction.
What?
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory? Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of symmetry. The Genome Soldiers suffer from the same problem. Signs of symmetry. So do I. As do you. That's right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family? It's very touching.
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? It increases the chance that their genes will be passed on to a new generation. Altruism among blood relatives is a response to natural selection. It's called the selfish gene theory.
You're telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the genome soldiers?
You can't fight your genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me. And then I'm going to go beyond, in order to break the curse of my heritage.
Don't forget, Shadow, he is crazy.
And to do that, first, I will kill you. Look behind you.
Meryl! Is she alive?
I'm not sure. She was alive a few hours ago. Poor girl kept calling your name.
Meryl.
Stupid woman. Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a name.
I have a name.
No! We have no past, no future, and even if we did, it wouldn't be truly ours. You and I are just copies of our father, Big Boss.
Let Meryl go.
As soon as we've finished our business, we're almost out of time.
You're talking about Fox Die.
No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed, they've arrived at a decision. They won't even need a BDA. If you want the details, why don't you ask your precious Colonel Campbell?
Colonel, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
What is the Pentagon trying to do? Colonel, answer me.
The Secretary of Defense has taken over active control of this operation. He's on his way there by AWACS.
What for?
To bomb the place.
What?
Not only that, P-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What? Metal Gear is destroyed. Tell the Secretary of Defense.
The Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi double-crossed us, and he's worried about Fox Die. Now that there's no more danger of a nuclear strike from Metal Gear, he's going to do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what really happened here.
He's going to drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence along with anyone who knows anything.
Don't worry, Snake. I'll stop the nuclear strike.
How?
I may only be a figurehead here, but I'm still officially in command of this mission. If I issue an order to delay the strike, it'll confuse the chain of command and at least buy you some time. It'll give you a chance to escape.
But, Colonel, if you do that...
It's okay, Snake. The truth is, Foxhound was already the subject of an undercover investigation. Meryl was transferred to this base just before the terrorist attack as a way of manipulating me.
Those bastards.
I'm sorry. They forced me to cooperate in exchange for her life. You better get out of there, Snake.
Are you sure? It'll be bad for you.
Don't worry. It's the least I can do for you, after all the lies.
Colonel.
I'm ordering them to cancel the bombing run. After that, there's no turning back. What? What are you doing? What?
Snake!
Mei Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe it.
What happened?
Snake, the Colonel!
Roy Campbell has been relieved of duty. This is the Secretary of Defense, Jim Houseman.
Put the Colonel back on.
He's been placed under arrest for leaking top-secret information and for the crime of high treason.
Ridiculous.
Yes, he's a ridiculous man. He truly believed that he was in command of this operation.
You bastard.
There won't be a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the President would want the same thing.
President ordered this?
The President is a busy man. I have complete authority here.
How do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack on Alaska to the media?
Don't worry. We've prepared a convincing cover story. We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear device.
Smart. You'll be murdering everyone here. The scientists, the Genome Army, everyone.
Donald, the DARPA chief, is already dead.
So, you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all?
He was my friend.
And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
I see. Oh well, that's okay. You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s. Our country's dirty little secret. You can't be allowed to live. Well, the bombs will be dropping soon, and you two have a lot of catching up to do. Farewell.
There's no way out for us. Let's finish this before the airstrike. You stole everything from me. Only your death can satisfy me. Only your death can return to me what is rightly mine. She'll make a beautiful sacrifice for our final battle. Do you see this? It will be the time limit for our final battle. This nuclear module is set to detonate at the precise moment of her death. If you win, you might still be able to save her. You could enjoy one brief moment of love before the end. If you cross this line, you'll fall. At this height, it will kill even you. Have at you, Snake!
Snake, are you okay?
Oh, we're so close to the end, but I think we'll save it for next time, and we'll probably start Metal Gear Solid 2 that same time.
Snake, win!
So that's basically what we're going to do. As for your thoughts, Senna, remember that genetic research was very different back then. And also, a lot of what's going on is more done for the idea of, like, thematic interest. Like, you know, the whole ridiculous thing of Liquid being, you know, told as genes. Destiny, fate, and a lot of things in this series are major themes. And the theme of this game is genes. The idea that your genes control your very destiny. Which the next game will be different than genes, but I'm not going to reveal that. But yeah, there's a lot in this that is outdated by that method, but if you read it as a theme, then yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think the important thing is that the way I interpret it is that they basically wanted to make one strong, so they made the other one weak. Whether or not that works or not, which it clearly doesn't. That's not how genes work, as you say. But that is what they're proposing in this sci-fi kind of way. Because, well, we'll find out some stuff in the future. But yes, anyway, I want to thank you all for joining me here tonight. We're going to do a quick raid. We're going to raid into, well, I was going to raid into Buddy Games, but they just finished. So in that case, it's just going to be weird because he's enjoying Hades. So why don't we go and say hi to him? So, I will be streaming tomorrow at the same time. Well, I might start a bit early. I might start like 6:30. We'll see how my mood takes me. But tomorrow we'll be finishing on Metal Gear Solid, and most likely starting Metal Gear Solid 2, which I'm actually... I've not... It's not that I've not enjoyed this. It's that I'm not a big fan of how, you know, early installment syndrome, I think, has hit this. And Metal Gear Solid 2 is the one game in the series I have very strong nostalgia for, and 3 is the big one. So, you know, 2 is like the precursor. So I'm looking forward to playing 2. It's been ages since I've played 2. The point where I've been like raring, like there's been so many times I thought, oh, I could just end playing Metal Gear Solid 1 and move on to Metal Gear Solid 2. But I thought, no, I'm going to stick it out. I'm going to play Metal Gear Solid 1 and get on with it. So, yeah. I will see you all tomorrow at the usual time. Ta-ta, everyone.